Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt this program to update the situation between police and Tūhoe rebels in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt this program to update the situation between police and Tūhoe rebels in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt this program to update the situation between police and Tūhoe rebels in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt the program to update the situation between police and Tūhoe rebels in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between Tūhoe and the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt the program to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between Tūhoe and the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between Tūhoe and the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Good evening, New Zealand. We interrupt to update the situation between police and Tūhoe in the Eastern Bay. Plenty. Tūhoe rebels. We interrupt this program to update the situation between police and Tūhoe rebels in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Yes? We're crossing live now to our field correspondent, Heretic Smudge. Heretic, could you tell us a little bit more about the situation and the general feeling?
Well, the feeling here, Roger, can be described as nothing less than complete chaos. Reports indicate the police have moved into Tūhoe land, executing what is one of the most severe enforcings of the Scorched Earth Policy to date.
Yes, Heretic, it certainly does sound chaotic down there for you. Could you please elaborate for us on Her Majesty's Scorched Earth Policies?
In 1865, the colonial government passed the New Zealand Settlements Act, which empowered itself by its own laws to confiscate land of tribes it saw as rebellious. In 1867, Tūhoe was subjected to a Scorched Earth Policy, which was burn the food and burn the houses to displace the people. They were given 1 week to move or suffer the consequences. To this day, Tūhoe have never willingly surrendered sovereign rights of self-determination. They have always resisted against colonial rule and live under modern law only by force of arms. a fact too oft forgot in this our democratic society. He who has the most guns rules.
Searching in my village tonight, looking for what they can find. But if they turned around, they'd found what they're looking for.
Yes, from what I understand, Roger, under the New Zealand Settlement Act 1865, the Crown has the right to confiscate land of tribes that they deem to be rebellious. Basically, the police have the right to burn all settlements on the land so as to displace their present occupants.
I told them, but they could not hear. Wrapped up in gold cause of fear. Too many words they speak, and yet they can't keep any promises.
A report just ahead. It seems that a group of rebels on a hill have discarded their trousers and are chanting "Ake, Ake, Ake." Quite frankly, Roger, one of the most disturbing displays of rebel barbarism that this reporter has ever seen.
Thank you, Heretic. That was Heretic Smudge, our field correspondent, live on location. This is Roger Rogers, returning you to your scheduled program.
So gonna fight, 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 fight for our right to live. And though they take, they have no thoughts they can give.